Hello everyone and welcome to Hot Wheel Icon Stories, where we talk about the iconic cars that our favorite Hot Wheels are modeled after. On this channel we're going to be sticking to the Japanese cars because that's where I have the biggest passion. As you can see here's a couple that I have. We're going to be talking about these in future episodes. But in this episode we're going to be talking about the 2000 GT. Right here I have a black and yellow model. I forget what years they're from, but let's open up this yellow one because the yellow gives off a lot more detail than you would see on the black one. And make sure you stick around for the surprise casting that we will be opening up. Okay, so the 2000 GT. I believe this yellow casting was done in 2014. I may be wrong, but I know I've had this casting for a long time now. I can't really remember. I just had it sitting in the box and I figured, hey, let's bring it out for this video. So how about we get this thing open and let's get this Toyota 2000 GT some fresh air. So here it is, the 2000 GT. To tell you honestly, this casting is pretty nice. I mean, the yellow really accentuates the lines. I would say on the black, I do like how the black one had the decals and the little stickers on there, but the yellow accentuates the body lines a lot more. And if you have seen this car in person, you'd know that these body lines, these curves, they're absolutely gorgeous. So here's a closer look at the 2000 GT on our turntable. I believe that this car is totally underrated in the world of Hot Wheels, solely because of everything that it did for Japanese cars at the time. It totally changed the perception of Japanese cars and Japanese automakers as a whole. And with that, let's talk about what makes this car so special. First displayed at the 1965 Toyota Motor Show, the 2000 GT was a two-seat sports grand tour designed in collaboration with Yamaha. Running from 1967 to 1970, the 2000 GT was Toyota's halo car at the time. Changing the world's view of Toyota and Japan as a whole in the automotive world, the 2000 GT demonstrated that Japanese manufacturers could produce sports cars to rival European makers. Inspired by the Jaguar E-Type, the bodywork was executed in aluminum, featuring pop-up headlights and extremely low ride height. It featured a 2.0-liter straight-six dual overhead cam, the 3M. Had triple 2-barrel Mikuni 40 carburetors and produced 148 brake horsepower and 129 foot-pounds of torque through a 5-speed manual. Limited slip differential and power-assisted disc brakes all around were standard, a first for Japanese cars. Double wishbone suspension in all four corners, and was also the first Toyota to feature rack and pinion steering. Only 337 regular production models were built and 337 were sold, with only 60 or so units reaching North America. In 1966, the 2000 GT placed third at the Japanese Grand Prix at Fuji, followed by its first win in the Suzuka 1000 km, and won the 24 Hours of Fuji and the Fuji 1000 km in '67. The car set 13 FIA world records for speed and endurance in a 72-hour test at the Yatabe high-speed test track in '66, and actually prompted Porsche to prepare a 911R to beat these records. So before we finish up with the 2000 GT, let's get to that surprise casting that I want to open up for you guys. And it's the Toyota AE86 Corolla. I won't be going into too much detail on the 86 in this video because I actually want to save the history of this car for another video. But let's get this 86 some fresh air as well. I'm gonna go right on and say it. This is actually not my favorite casting. I think this paint, this like metallic silver, it doesn't bring out any detail in the car. But how about some fun facts about the 86? Here's a pretty common one. AE86 actually has a meaning. A is the engine code. E stands for Toyota's code for the Corolla. The 8 stands for the 8th generation of Corolla. And 6th means the 6th variant of this generation. And here's one more fun fact that's not so well known. The 4AG, the motor that came equipped in the AE86, was also built and designed in collaboration with Yamaha. So here's the 86 right next to the 2000 GT. It's pretty cool knowing that they do have a common bond in Yamaha. And as you'll see in future episodes, when it comes to Toyota, you're going to hear a lot more about Yamaha when it comes to their motor designs. I will be doing a future episode on the AE86, but once I get a different casting, because like I said, there's not that much detail in this one. So to finish up this video, the 2000 GT really is an icon, and not just for Toyota. So I hope you liked the video and consider subscribing. There's going to be more episodes on more iconic cars coming your way. Thanks again for watching.